Come on, pull it out. Boy, no wonder rednecks have 100 kids, because they don't know how to pull out fast enough. Is he gonna do it? Come on, do it. Come on, buddy. Grow some balls. Do it. Hey, the Duckman here, coming at you from Pensacola, Florida, in what's left of Hurricane Gordon. It's currently a tropical depression, actually. They downgraded it from tropical storm to a depression. And it's still pretty bad out here. The wind is way diminished from what it was, but the rain has just been picking up, stopping, picking up, stopping. You know how it is. And the thunder is absolutely outrageous. I got woken up just minutes ago and jumped out of bed because I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was just so loud and so much in it. But by the time I got out here, the rain had slowed down and the thunder diminished a bit, but it's still doing its thing. It's really dark out here right now, and this camera has a tendency to lighten up things that aren't so dark. But you can see that these street lights have come on. Well, that one just went off. But all the street lights are on down there. My house light is on, and all these things come on when it gets dark out. And they've stayed on and have been on for a while. I wonder what happened to that one. That mine went out. But it's still raining something heavy. Anyways, starting to pick right back up again. Here comes the wind. And you can see the rain going down the street that way. Boy, am I exhausted. I only got a couple hours of sleep last night, and I'm probably babbling and carrying on. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Pluck the little dingleberry down there for updates, so that way you don't miss a thing on this Hurricane Gordon. And here it comes. Just started to pick up again. And we're raining sideways. And the wind just started to pick up. Wow, okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, pluck that little dingleberry. That's the only way that you're going to get updates as soon as I post my next video. So please, you guys, post a comment. Thanks for watching. There was a really loud crash in my backyard last night, really late, like 2 a.m. All the neighborhood dogs were all barking, and maybe it wasn't in my yard, but it sounded to me like a giant tree branch fell and hit the top of one of these tent garages. Had a very muffled, flat sound, like a giant stick hitting a tarp. I mean, just a crash, but a kind of sound. I'd like to step outside with it raining, but I mean, it's just pouring too hard. But I looked at the tents with a flashlight last night, and I did not find anything wrong with them. So maybe whatever happened didn't happen here. I gotta say, those things have held up pretty well, and in storms like this, in my yard, these would be the first things to go. I would really be concerned. They are in kind of a good sheltered area, though. I mean, the trees do help to protect from wind. But nothing's going to stop them from getting junk dropped on them from the trees up above. And the beetle is over here. And this seems to be okay. That mat that's on top of it is actually really heavy. I mean, really heavy. It's probably about 40 pounds. It's just really thick, I believe, vinyl. And the wind does not blow that over. And it has not even lifted it even a little. Let's go ahead and see if we've got any damage to my tent. No, none that I can see. This was a repair a couple years ago, though, where a big log, probably about that big around, hit it, didn't go through it. It did punch a hole through, but didn't go through it. It actually hit here and then fell outside. I noticed there was a fist-sized hole in there, and I patched it up with a little bit of tar and another piece of tarp. That worked out pretty good. Alright, fastback's okay. I don't see any damage in here either. Here's the doors for Eleanor. They didn't even get wet at all. That's good. Well, whatever that sound was that I heard last night apparently didn't happen here. Or at least not on my stuff, anyway. Alright, this could very well be my final update on what remains of Hurricane Gordon. It's still raining, and it really hasn't stopped raining. It's been on again, off again, but even when it slows down, it never really stops. My work phone, of course. I actually got called into work really early this morning because a restaurant cash register was getting wet. It worked fine, but it was getting a spray on it because it rains into the restaurant because they need a new roof. Well, anyway, I called over there and I said, you know, can you cover it with plastic? Yeah, we already did. Can you do anything to stop the leak from happening, you know, from the ceiling, or can you divert it? Yeah, we already did that. Okay. I said, well, let's let the screen on the register dry a little bit and see if the touch glass still works properly. Because when touch glass gets wet, and you probably notice if you have wet hands and you try to use your cell phone, it will miscalibrate and you'll click wrong places or it won't click at all, and that's pretty much what they had happening. So anyway, I gave him a call back about an hour later, and guess what? It dried, it worked fine. There was no reason for me to go all the way out there. Alright, we're headed out this way to where the downed tree was last night. I would imagine by now they've probably moved it. But if not, we're going to see what it looks like during the day. Maybe we'll make this green light. Yeah, it looks like we got lucky. I don't see a tree up ahead. No, I don't see a tree up ahead at all. They must have already taken care of it. Not a whole lot of cars on the road for rush hour traffic, you know, this... Yep, that's where the tree was. They've taken it away already, so yeah, they removed it last night. Not a whole lot of downed trees this storm, which is good, but Hurricane Ivan apparently tore out most of the oak trees that Pensacola was known for. I missed what Pensacola looked like before all the storms because, well, I didn't live here yet. I only came here a few weeks after to look at the house I was supposed to move into. Just coincidentally, that's the way the timing worked out. I found the city just destroyed. Everybody was living in trailer homes, you know, FEMA stuff, and traffic was terrible because they had to divert roads certain ways. Power was out in so many places. It was hard to find gas. And it wasn't so much that the gas was sold out, it's that even the gas stations that had it couldn't pump it because there was no electricity. So Hurricane Gordon here has not been that bad at all. Alright, we're going to take a spin downtown and see what we find over that way. See if the water is still swelled and if there's anything exciting. Alright, last night we came over here to the Graffiti Bridge. Remember I said it's below sea level. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The Gulf actually washed right over into the tunnel and filled the tunnel up. And obviously somebody has tried to traverse it. You see their brake lights coming on. I'm going to say they're probably stuck, and there's not a whole lot that I'm going to do for that person. And you see the water continues to flow on down underneath the Graffiti Bridge. So yep, it floods out. Probably some of the waves came up and over the top and filled it with salt water, and it's continuing to rain in there as well. That car probably should have made it, but I would say that they probably went a little too fast and they waterlogged their own vehicle. And here's where the waves were crashing last night. And this is about what it looks like on a normal day. Not particularly special. The water is usually quite flat. The water is a little higher than normal, though. Now, when I came here right after Hurricane Dennis, those white caps, which is what I was trying to mention in the video yesterday, little white caps on the top of those posts were the only thing that was sticking out of the water. The water level was way up. Oh, look at all the fishes. Hello, fishes. I saw there was a little more activity over here, a truck or something going through. I don't know if he's passing or if he's planning to help this person. Looks like it's going to be an assist to me. Oh, door opening up and the door is almost touching the water. Yeah, the floor pans of that is a Mercedes. Ah, you're standing in the water. Oh, man. I don't know if he's pointing at me. Too bad. Come on back, boy. We're gonna pull out this Mercedes. Where's Delmont when we need him? Come on, pull it out. Boy, no wonder rednecks have 100 kids, because they don't know how to pull out fast enough. There it goes. It looks like it was up to the floor pans, but not over the threshold of the doors. There's probably not too much water inside of it, if any. And he was right about at the deepest spot. Oh, we got a truck gonna traverse. He can do it. He'll be fine. All right, that was good enough for me. Oh, we got another truck about to go through. Going the other way. Make that water crossing. A couple years ago, I almost traded my '73 Beetle for a deuce and a half. What's it called? Deuce and a quarter. A deuce. Big ass military truck. I would have had a lot of fun here, although probably the height might have been an issue going underneath this thing, but that's awesome. Look at these guys. I kind of want to do it, but I'm driving compact over here. You know, I've driven the Z through deeper stuff than that, too. The key is you just got to go slow. It's not even that deep, so if he bogged that thing down, he was obviously going way too fast. Oh, we have another car. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Is he going to do it? Come on, do it. Come on, buddy. Grow some balls. Do it. Do it. Do it. Ah! Chicken shit. Bark, 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 bark. Right, the pickup trucks are just lining up. I think the guys are doing it on purpose. Come on, guys, let's go do the border crossing. It'll be fun. Ain't no mud, but it's the next closest thing. Yeehaw! He was pushing a little hard there. All right, last one. Extra slow, extra precautious. Hello, pigeons, you feathered rats. Well, we're out here at the Palafox Pier where I was also last night, where the waves were just crashing against the pier. Now, this isn't actually a pier, it's a landfill, but they officially gave it the name the Pensacola Pier. The waves were hitting the pier pretty hard and causing a spray last night just to come up, but it wasn't well lit, so I didn't get any real footage of it. But I'd say it would go about 15 feet in the air above from where I'm standing. Not much for waves right now. The rain is kind of beating it flat, and it's not particularly windy out here. Yesterday, when I was trying to stand up, I mean, it was blowing me over. I had to lean about 20 or 30 degrees into it. And then the gust would stop or change direction, and it would knock my ass over. Anyway, I'm getting rained on. I don't feel like getting soaked through. These poor little pigeons aren't so lucky. Yeah, they're still flying. They ain't that wet. When I came through here in downtown, I believe this is Jackson Street, right after Hurricane Dennis, these railings, sections of them were torn out and just gone. I believe a boat or some debris or maybe a log or something got pushed into it by the waves, and the waves were actually coming up into the street here. Now, Dennis was something serious though. But the beautiful thing about Dennis is that the storm was so fast moving that it blew right through the city in like an hour. You know, so I mean it was some pretty good wind, and there was some good devastation, I should say bad devastation, but it didn't last long. So, you know, it could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. Now, downtown is pretty quiet today. I would say a lot of people probably took the day off. Schools are closed, and most government buildings are closed also until at least noon. So it's going to be several hours before they even open up. Of course, you hear my phone bing, 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 binging. Technically, I'm on the clock today. I don't get hurricane vacations, but I told him if it's dangerous, I'm not driving. And guess what I'm doing? Wow, it is still just coming down. Woo! I do see a roadblock. It looks like the street flooded out. I'm gonna have to see if we can get a good look at it from a different angle. Yeah, looking back that way, I can see the water. There's a low spot over there. We'll go this way. We're gonna have to go visit where the Pensacola sea monster was seen. Oh shit. Well, during our floods that we had about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, this was all underwater. And despite it raining as badly as it has been, I don't know if they've upgraded or modified the drainage system over here, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. But before, yeah, this street was completely underwater. Close to the edge of the street, it was as much as 3 feet. It was really deep. The jail is actually over there. The jail actually flooded up underneath the ground floor. And then there was some kind of a gas leak or something which caused an explosion. So they had a pretty nasty situation over there. Yeah, when I came over here, this whole pond was full of water. That parking lot was full of water. I could actually drive in that parking lot with the Z. It was only about 8 to 10 inches deep. That's deep enough. There are some drainage canals between these buildings here, and one of them actually had a minivan in it. And I think it's because you couldn't see the drainage canal. In fact, there's a drainage canal right here. You couldn't see the drainage canal, so somebody probably just drove right into it, coming from perhaps that direction, thinking that they could, you know, traverse into the next parking lot. But no, their car ended up in the canal and it got washed away. And that canal was moving. Woo! I'm seeing a roadblock over here again, which means probably more severe flooding over here. Yep, this is the area that I guess it starts and gets over the other way. We'll go in here real slowly and see just how deep it gets. If it gets too much, we'll turn around. I can still see the stripes in the road, so it's not too bad. Oh wow, yeah, this is getting deep. Yeah, it's not up to the doors yet, but it's starting to get really deep. We're gonna turn this puppy around here. That was fun. I imagine he was probably waterlogged. This parking lot's a lot higher. Wow. Yeah, this is all flooded. All flooded. I can hear the exhaust tip in the water going blub 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 blub. Yeah, I could have traversed underneath the tunnel where the other guy got stuck. The water wasn't quite as deep as this. You just gotta go slow. You build up that wake right in front of you, and you end up getting the water right into your intake. And what happens? You hydrolock your car. Well, that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you just stall it. That wasn't so bad. But I would say that water in the deepest spot was probably close to 2 feet, maybe even 3. Well, anyways, I think that's going to be my last Hurricane Gordon update. There's not a whole lot more to this storm. It's going to be mostly a rain event from here on out, and it shouldn't be too awfully bad either. I imagined a couple times it could get a little bit worse, and if it does, we'll make another video update, but that's it for now. But if you would like to see another update in case I have one, you of course want to subscribe. Pluck that little dingle belly down there next to the subscribe button so you get updates every time that I upload a new video. And please don't forget to like and comment also on this video. That matters a lot to me, and it helps to promote my videos, and it ranks me better on YouTube. So I really thank you for that if you already have, so I really appreciate it. Anyways, till the next time, thanks for watching. See you then.